Blessings, welcome in. I hope everyone is doing well. I am Mel. So I just did this amazing video, right? And the energy was vibrant, it was flourishing, it was just like, it was reinvigorating my spirit, right? And now I'm recognizing why it didn't work out. I had a bunch of issues with my phone and storage and all that, and then the shit got deleted, and that's just the way things happen. And you take it as it is. And then you recognize, well, you know what, as enlightening as the message was, maybe it wasn't for everyone. Maybe it was just for me to get me into the energy. And I try to see everything from all sides, all different perspectives. But I want to share this energy with people. So, yes. So, I broke out my book, The Good Fairies, and it's actually, you flip it, it's The Bad Fairies. And it's a beautiful book by Brian Froud. And I was trying to find inspiration this morning, okay? And of course the fairies came in, and the fairies have been a part of my life, my whole life. And I've got figurines. I have a whole cabinet full of little beings, and I've created this beautiful indoor scenery, so to speak, for them to live in. And then I can go visit them, and I can connect with that energy. And fairies have been very big for me. And I have my back tattooed. I have a whole scene, which I realized maybe about a year ago, that it's actually a blueprint. It's actually a map, a remembrance of the Sheed. And every now and then I'll go back and I'll look at it, and granted it's on my back, so I have to look at pictures. But I realized that I embedded on my skin this DNA remembrance, so to speak. So they're always with me, and they're always available if I wish to tap into it. And I was being guided by the Fae to really step into my inner child. And my inner child was calling for nourishment. It was calling for play. Okay? So we're going in, and I know I can't recreate the previous message because it was absolutely gorgeous and beautiful. But we're going to still work with that energy, and I'm sure there are going to be other messages that come through. So we are going to work with something different. Most times, yeah, look at that, death. I'm sorry, and bear with me because I don't have this whole setup and all that jazz under wraps. Look at that, opening up to death. This is beautiful. Okay, death. Let's read death. Yeah, there's deep transformation happening. And some cards came out. It's the green. What was the split? Trust yourself. Okay. Death. She is perhaps the most feared of all fae. The Irish know her as the Banshee, a fairy woman who keen... Excuse me. Throat chakra. A fairy woman who keens and wails in the night, foretelling death. In Scotland, she's the washer at the ford. This is, my apologies, this is an energy that really resonates. Washing the grave clothes of those about to die, her shadowy figure appears to each one of us at some point in our lives, bearing an irresistible summons from another world. Sometimes we can refuse the call for a while, but eventually we must follow. She holds out a vision of our past. Does it shine with joy, or is it clouded by too many things we neglected to do? It's too late to make changes now. The death fairy awaits, ready to lead us into a future of our own making. Now is the dreaded moment. We must take her hand. It's time to go. The washer of the ford, and anyone that knows the mythology and the stories, that's the Morrigan. A very powerful goddess. And she's considered a fairy queen. Oh, I'm getting emotional because this energy really resonates with me, so bear with me. Truths untold. Truths untold. The stories unknown. Begin to unravel. Begin to unfold. Within the darkness there is a light that illuminates the shadows, foretelling the night. All right, let's keep going. Death upon the doorstep. This is an energy I'm very familiar with. Many people don't like death. Many people don't like the darkness. Many people don't like the gifts that it offers. It gives you the opportunity to transform a state of being and consciousness and awareness in which we were sitting for far too long. Knowing we've worn out that pattern, that pathway, that way of being. And the goddess shows at our doorstep. The washer at the ford. Washing the clothes that no longer serve. Releasing and cleansing the energies that have kept us bound within particular structures, identities, thought forms, ideologies. And I recognize people don't like when I go down this road. And maybe I'm just not your reader. Maybe I'm not your voice, your oracle, and that's okay. But there are others who resonate in these energies, who identify and acknowledge these guides and see them as a gift and do not fear the path in which they weave, because they gift us great abundance, great light. The feminine energy is the greatest polarity. It's not about masculine and feminine. You can see the polarities within each individualized energetic archetype. But we're working with feminine energies right now. We have the chalice. We have renewal. We have receptacle. And we have courage. I want to point out these greens and these blues. We have the heart and we have the throat. Okay? And they're all light forms. They're all light structures that give us the ability to step into our chalice, to step into our vessel in order to receive receptacle, okay, receive the renewal of energetic forces, gifting us the courage in trusting our intuition. Here's your purple, your spiritual, intuitive abilities, trusting our spiritual will, gifting us greater connection to the light within the darkness. Here's the red, here's the root, here's the security of our... My poet's wanting to come through. That's... Thank you, Faye. I appreciate it. It's gifting us the ability of transformation. Look at these colors. Yellows, blue greens to blue to purple to an integrated force of sound and frequency of harmonics, transforming, creating new patterns and structures, and then bursting forth this creative energy of transformation, the phoenix rising. We always want to see the softness and be fully in the heart, neglecting the other rays that give their tone to really create. We're playing in singularity of energies. We're not fully encapsulating the harmonics of sound, the harmonics of the universe, the harmonics of light, the various octaves that are gifted to us, that gift us these various energies, which ultimately create transformational processes. Okay? Now, if I want to go back to my previous video, that was very hard to get out. There were energies pushing against. There were energies stopping my video. I didn't have enough space. I didn't have this. I had to clear out all this shit to make room for these new energies so that they can, in order to create a foundational structure to transform and really sit within these. Okay? The energies that follow are so big, I had to clear and make space in order for them to come in. Okay? And this is very symbolic and metaphorical. Take it as you will. The chalice of life that gives us the ability of renewal. Being the receptacle, being the instrument, being the vessel that the universe can breathe through. Intuitively knowing that you are guided in every moment. You are connected to all these energies that are just waiting for you to make space and room and let them in. I was drawn to this in the last reading, the healing goddess. Again, we're back to that blue ray, okay? This lady is the archetype of the great goddess of regeneration and healing. This is representative of the chalice, of the universal waters, of the cosmic waters that are just a well of regeneration, of healing, of life force that soothes and nurtures and heals our hearts. The blue auric forces surrounding her radiate the universal love we came from and will return to. Call upon her for healing, the body, soul, spirit. Renewal, connection, transformation of the spiritual vessel through the will in order to be receptive, having courage to receive the unknown. Death. Receive the gifts in which death, regeneration, transformation, reincarnation offers us. It gives us a new breath of life. It gives us the replenishment of constantly refilling our cup of the divine essence. And here we're met with the green lady of the fairy Knoll. The green lady. Step into her gaze. What mysteries does she wish to tell? What is she offering you? Although foreign and alien-like, for her eyes hold deeper secrets of the universe. She is deeply embedded and growing within that mystery, in that nature. And we're going to read The Green Lady of the Fairy Knoll. According to Gaelic story, the Queen of Fairy, the Green Lady, heart encompassed. This is the heart chakra. Opening up, allowing that energy to spiral, and allowing it to breathe and replenish and erode any corrosion that you may feel within your heart. According to Gaelic story, the Queen of Fairy, the Green Lady, felt sorrow for the foolishness of the world. And so she invited all women to come to her knoll to be given wisdom. Many wisdom disdained to come, believing they knew better than the fairies already. But other women trooped to the knoll to hear what she might say. The fairy queen appeared before them holding the copen moir, the cup of Mary, in the form of a small blue limpid shell. In this cup, she said, is all the world's wisdom, which I will share with you. Some of the women laughed at this, turned around and went home. But others remained to drink from the shell, which is why to this day some human women are foolish, no better than men, as they say, and some are very wise. A child of the knoll is a wise woman whose practical good sense comes from a deep rapport with nature. The fairy queen's limpid shell reminds us that small things may hold great truths. What great truths are being spoken? What is the feminine trying to communicate? The eyes are the window of the soul. there's great knowledge, there's great wisdom. Picturesque. Picturesque. What are the depths of wisdom that the heart holds? Where do you find the chalice, the holy grail of being? Where is the divine essence and the divine child held? Yet within the heart, within the chalice of the mother, the great mother. Okay? And then we have the green woman. And I love her dearly. She's just so radiant and wild and spontaneous and mischievous. There's a trickster energy here. But those who know it's only play. It's in jest, as in the jester. Come to me, all who wish to seek. For my creations hold the knowledge in which you seek. We play, we dance within the light. We die and we rise, and within the night. I love the Fae, for they are the poets of the archetypes. They really are. They love to play, to dance, and spar, intellectually and creatively. They gift us new sight and vision and play, birthing creatures of night and day. But I digress. Let's see, what is the... I love it. Thank you. Thank you, Good Fairies. Thank you. Thank you for this. Let's see, what does the green woman want to speak about? The green woman. From high in the roofs of cathedrals and churches, the ancient green man stares down at us, a pre-Christian spirit of vegetation carved in the form of a foliate face, disgorging leaves from its grimacing mouth. Less well known is the green man's secret companion, the powerful green woman, or Shilanigig, a fecund feminine spirit, expressive of nature's spiritual power. This impressible earth spirit is depicted in the old stone carvings, disgorging leaves not from her mouth, but from between her legs. Her time has come. Her laughter is free and wild, ringing through the woods. She holds, she protects her births, her children, her creative life force, everything that comes from the womb, that which creates everything else. But she giggles and laughs because she's wild, she's free. I'm not stern, I know how to play. I allow things to grow from me, through me, around me. And we are, oh, I love this, the dragon. Rantaya kumasa, rantaya tiatapa. Ay, son. I digress. There's a deep connection of the Mother Dragon, the Sophia, the Green Woman, the Earth Mother. She stares back at me like, you know. There's a great invitation right here that she's asking, and she's calling us forward, and she's teasing us. Please, enter my realm, enter my world, for I have gifts of plenty, of nourishment, of excitement and wonder. But you have to willing to be bare. Go back to your natural state where you're not confined by limiting thought patterns and behaviors and conditioning. Who do you see when you look at nature? What reflects back to you? What are the spirits that call you in to ask you to play and be wild? Free-spirited. Do you want to go running naked in the woods? Roll around in the dirt and get your feet all muddy and speak and talk to the spirits? It's interesting. We've come a long way from my previous video, and I wish I was able to show it to you guys. The transformation and how this energy shifted. It was great power. It was like she came in and she was like, I need to make myself known. And that power and that presence, that aesthetic rest tends to knock out the matrix, so to speak. And now she's back in with her softness and saying, like, come play in my lush fields. Come burrow within my womb. For death awaits you to be reborn within this earthly realm that you are part of. And without you, my creations could not flourish and be. Delve and sense my mysteries. So I'm going to leave that there. I'm not sure what this video was, but I think it's a very beautiful energy. And she really wanted to speak. And I'm grateful to be able to be a conduit and a channel. I see you, brother. I see you. And we'll talk later. But I'm grateful and I appreciate being able to be a channel for these energies. So I hope these messages are inspiring. I hope they are uplifting. I hope that they touch you in a way that unlocks a little piece of your heart that it's just been sitting there on the shelf. Because I know this has done the same for me. And I appreciate the Fae and I thank them. And I look forward to working more with these energies. Because they have a lot of gifts, a lot of secrets, a lot of abundance and joy and happiness. And just wild, unbridled passion that life is. And it gives us the opportunity for that breath of life to flow through us. So I send you all off with much love. Many blessings on your journeys forward. Take care.